Alrighty, what's up everybody? My peeps, how's it going you sexy fucking bitches? And all you other pieces of garbage. It is I, Peter Joseph here for the first of 2 videos coming your way back to back. On your Wednesday, June the 26th, 2024. Thank you all for watching this first video right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there, you know where it is, in the description box below. Show my other channels you love and support as well. You can leave a comment on any one of my videos, but don't be stupid and leave a stupid comment because you're going to get blocked. And if you don't like that, too bad. Too bad. Go do it on somebody else's channel. Don't waste your time coming on mine, but it is what it is. But you do it anyway because you love me. I love you too. But I digress on that. And don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're fake, you're gone there too. And that's it. Share the video all over the internet. I don't know why my hair is all messed up, but this is what it is. Share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that goddamn bell to turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because if you miss anything, well, you lose and you're SOL. And you know what that means. And if you don't know, look it up. Simple as that. You missed it, you missed it. I'm not helping you. So, go fuck yourself. And that's pretty much it. But you're watching anyway because you love me. But thank you for the free view anyway. I don't view your things. I download it. I have it bookmarked. Still, you're watching. You're gonna watch anyway. Whether you download the video, subscribe or not subscribe, you're gonna watch it anyway. So it equals a view. Morons. But I digress on that. We move on. And if you're new here, you just subscribed for the first time, or you're thinking about subscribing, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab a cold one, whatever you got, on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon, wherever you may be. Unless you're in Japan, I think it's probably Thursday by now. Or if you're on the other side of the world, it's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. So hopefully everybody's enjoying their day, or their night, or the next day if you're in Japan. And that's it. But if you're new here, welcome to the party. We hope you enjoy the ride, and like I say, sit back, relax, grab a cold one, and enjoy the show. And if not, you can go fuck yourself and get out of here. But you're gonna watch anyway, whether you like it or not. Whether you like me or not, you're still gonna watch. But thanks for the attention anyway. Not that I need it, but I'm not asking for attention. I don't need attention. I'm just doing this for me. I don't care if I've been on here for almost 15 years. I'm not doing this as a job or anything else. I'm just doing it for fun. And however long I go, another 15 years? I doubt that, but, it's just fun for me to do. And just talk to, other good people that talk about wrestling or music or whatever. Interact, comment normally in a civil manner and not going back and forth in videos and in comments and doing ridiculous BS offline. I don't do that shit. I don't need to do it. I'm not going to go back and forth with a bunch of 20 to 30-year-old pot-smoking idiots that have no life. That's simple as that. I don't care what any people say about me, that my videos suck, I'm not cosmetically pleasing, They can call me all the names in the book, but gotta have facts, and there is no facts about me. Whether there's videos out about me, it's all irrelevant, past bullshit. that I already atoned for. It's pretty much done and over with. But they keep, like, these people like to keep bringing my name up. You know why? Because they got nothing else to talk about. Simple as that. They got nothing else to talk about because there's no life. They can claim they have jobs, but then, you know, after their jobs, what do? Go right on YouTube and do a video. Because they got no life. Can't go home, rest, eat. You know, then maybe go on and do a video for a little while. Instead of going on for like 3, 4, 5, 6 hours doing a boring as fuck live stream. Just ridiculous. But, I mean, to each their own, but... Like I said, I do videos for fun. I don't care how many views I get, how many subs I've had on my channels in the 15 years I've been around here. The same thing with for the views. I don't care about views and subs. All I care about is giving out good content. That I feel is good content. People watch. Whether people think that nobody watches me, nobody subs to me, nobody comments. I mean, I don't care about the comments. If I get good comments, that's great. If I get a lot of views on a certain videos, that's great. If I get like 5, 10 subs a day, that's fine. If I get 1 sub a day, 1 comment a day, at least I'm getting something. If I get a lot of views, great. I'm not gonna boast about like, oh, I got thousands of 10,000 hits in a day, yay! You know, I'll just say I did a good job. People watched. Simple as that. Simple as that. But, like I said, if you don't like me, don't watch me. But you will anyway because you got nothing else to do in your fucking boring life. When you could be working or doing something else in your life than wasting your time on the internet. I'm not on here 24/7, 365. I got other things to do. Like work. Like clean my house. Like pay my bills. My bills. Nobody owns my house. Nobody. I pay my own phone bill. Own rich man's cable. Own internet bill. This is in my name. That's that. I go grocery shopping when I have to. Pay my bills when I have to, when it comes up. And when I have some extra money left over, I'll go to an indie show. I'll go to a concert. I'll go out with the missus to dinner or whatever it may be. A baseball game, whatever, movies, whatever it may be. When I have some free time, usually on the weekends, and that's it. I live a good life. But people love to stick their nose into my life because they have no life. They wish they were me. Simple as that. You wish you were me, and you'll never be me. And you'll never have the success I've had on this platform and off. That's a fact. That is a goddamn fact. You can't prove it with receipts either. You can't. Oh, let's go to this channel. Look, 5 views, 10 views, 45 subs. That's some life you have. You're such a great person on YouTube. I never said I was the best. I'm not going to be like Mr. Beast or PewDiePie or anybody like that. I'm never going to get to a level. But as long as I'm talking about wrestling and sports and music, that's all I'm going to talk about. So, you can't handle that? Get off my channel. Block me. Simple as that. Block me. But some of you people have a hard time getting that fact down. And if you get mad I block you, I don't give a fuck what you think. So, fuck you, man. That's all I gotta say about that. And I'm shutting the door on that. I'm not talking about that stuff anymore because I don't care what people say about me anymore. If you don't like me, don't watch. Simple as that. And to other people, you don't like them, don't watch them. Watch the people that you actually feel like watching. I'm not doing boring as fuck critique videos about them. Some of them are boring. Just to get your rocks off. just to try to diminish his reputation and these people's reputations and everything. You think these people give a crap? No, they care about themselves. That's what I'm doing. I care about myself. I don't care about YouTube. I don't care about this person's beef with this person's beef. I don't give a shit. When Judgment Day comes and you're standing at the gates of heaven, and St. Peter's like, oh, what have you done in your life? He opens the book. Oh, did this, and this. You can't go there. You can't go to the gates of heaven. You'll be like, down the drain you go. Probably go to purgatory. I like for a lot of people to go to hell, but and burn, but most likely you'd be going to purgatory. Most likely. But for me, I'm going through those pearly gates. I'm going to see my loved ones and all the wrestlers and musicians and actors and actresses that I grew up with. And I'm going to have fun in heaven. But it's not going to be any time soon. It's going to be like another 50 years at least. 45, 50 years. You know? But I ain't going anywhere in life, and I'm not going anywhere, whether you people like it or not. I'm not going anywhere. So, deal with it, or just get off the internet. Simple as that. Alright, that's all I gotta say about that. So that's your quick PSA for this video. That's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hope everybody, like I said, hope everybody had a great Wednesday. Beautiful here in the Northeast. Hot, once again. Not that hot. You know, didn't feel like it had the humidity today, but we are getting some thunder boomers coming later tonight. Thankfully, after Dynamite. So, they said it's going to rain around 10 o'clock. So, probably right after Dynamite ends, it's going to start raining cats and dogs, and Satan's going to come down and kill us all. No, we're going to get some rain overnight. Should be done by tomorrow. And then tomorrow's supposed to be going to be a little bit, not that cold. It's going to be around 80, 85. And then the weekend's going to be in the mid-70s. Going to rain again, which sucks. And I can't go anywhere tomorrow. I'd love to go somewhere tomorrow, but I can't go anywhere because I'm healing up my back. So I got cortisol, 3 cortisol shots in my back. Hurt like hell all last night. Today I'm feeling much better. Much better. Still have a little aches and pains, so I gotta take some ibuprofen. But other than that, I'm feeling pretty damn good. We gotta see how it is tomorrow, and then how the weekend, going through the weekend, how everything goes with my back. Still a little stiff, but you know. But 2 weeks, I gotta go for a little minor surgery. It's like an in and out thing. Like my dick in your mom's ass. But it is what it is. So it's just a minor procedure. 5 minutes, I'm in and out. I'm getting an epidural on my back. Hopefully that'll relieve everything. And I don't have to pretty much go back for shots or anything for another couple months. Depending on how everything goes between now and probably September, October time. Probably be October, most likely. But we'll see what happens with that. But getting everything checked out, squared away, and hopefully by the end of the summer, by the beginning of fall, I'll be a new man. I'll feel like a new man. I mean, it is what it is. That's pretty much it. Can't wait. I can't wait. I really hope these cortisone shots work, and with the physical therapy I'm doing on my knee now. That's Friday. Doing some exercising in between that. Hopefully by the fall, I'll be back to normal. Still gotta get my mental health in check, which, that's gonna take a long time to fix. But, but it is what it is. And then we'll see what happens by the greatest month in the world. By time my birthday comes, I'll probably be somewhat, I would say about 75% better. Physically. Mentally, I can't give you a number on that one, but I think by the end of the year, because as we're about to hit the second half on Monday, we end on Sunday, we're going to begin the second half on Monday, I'm pretty confident that the second half of 2024 will go very well. Lots of new things might be happening. We'll see what happens with that. There might be a little hills and valleys I have to cross coming September and October. But hopefully I'll cross them and then go into 2025 and then start a new, fresh slate. And we'll begin level 48 of, my life. And 2 years after that, I'll be at the midpoint. Start the second half of my life. Because I'm going to be 48, got 2 years to go. So I got that. So we move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, enough about that. Boo! Funky! Let's get to the topic at hand. And right now, on the Killer Demons channel, once again, my name is Peter Joseph. If you didn't know that by now, I don't know where you've been the last 16 minutes. But anyway, I am Peter Joseph. I am a content creator talking about the wonderful world of wrestling. Well, whatever the fuck I feel like talking about. Music, movies, sex, whatever. I don't give a shit what I talk about. You're going to watch it anyway. But I'm a content creator talking about all that. If you like it, great. Get off my channel. Go watch somebody else. Simple as that. But thank you for the support anyway. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your late and out-of-date Monday night review for June the 24th, 2024. We are emanating from the Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. Great place to be because Indianapolis is going to have a lot of shit next year. Royal Rumble on February the 1st, a future WrestleMania, which could be WrestleMania 42, SummerSlam next year, possibly, a 2-night show, because 26 will be in Minnesota, and then the Survivor Series, a big four, are coming to Indianapolis in the coming years. Well, besides Royal Rumble next year, SummerSlam, and possibly Survivor Series next year, next November, and end of November next year. So that's pretty damn good for Indy. And they're getting a future WrestleMania. We haven't had one since WrestleMania 8. So, we'll see what happens with that. So it's going to be a great time in Indy. Pat McAfee's having a ball right now. But it is what it is. We'll talk about that later. Speaking of Pat McAfee, he was not on the show this past Monday. He had a last-minute family emergency. So he had to take the night off. So we had Mitchell Cole and The Miz. So The Miz stepped up to the plate, did some commentary for 2 hours. Not great, but could have been a whole lot worse. You could have had like R-Truth on the entire night on freaking commentary, boring the fuck out of people. Or Byron Saxton gets called up, does fucking boring commentary too. Sorry, Alfred, I'm just saying, but, could have called me up. I could have flew to Indianapolis right then and there, but maybe not because of my back, but, I mean, Hunter, Tony Khan, you ever need a last-minute replacement, hit me up on social media. I'll be there. Just pay for my airfare, pay for my food, and pay for my hotel. I'll be there one night, bang, I'm out Tuesday morning. At least I get there early to meet the superstars, the wrestlers, basically, and I have to stay away from certain women, like Kyrie, Io, Kyrie and Io. Oh, Mr. Peter-san, we are konnichiwa, how you doing? I'm like, hi. Are you so crazy? Take it easy. Take it easy. Oh, you're not here, Andrade. Get out of here. But, it is what it is. But, a man can dream. Like me and Joe Cronin, we've been saying for years, WWE and AEW and pretty much TNA, everybody needs to hire us. Just saying, because we are good at what we do. That's a fact. Look at that. Alright, so we are 2 weeks away from Money in the Bank. We're pretty much almost finalizing the card. Got a couple of Money in the Bank qualifying matches to get through on this show, and then on SmackDown we got a couple, and then next week pretty much finalizing the men's and women's Money in the Bank ladder matches. Poppy Priest and Seth Rollins, a little added incentive to their world title match. We got that. Maybe Walter gets involved. We'll see. That's pretty much it. And also, as we start the show off, well, before we start that, we go to the commentary. Mitchell Cole and The Miz talk about Pat McAfee not being here this week. Cole kind of plays it off that the Wyatt Six got involved. They actually excuse me. They actually named them the Wyatt Six. S-I-C-K-S, like sick. I'm sick. Sick. Anyway, so they're not naming it like S-I-X or the number 6 or some type of variation. It's called the Wyatt Six, like you're sick. So it's now official. So there you go. So talk about that possibly maybe the Wyatt Six, you know, because they've been hounding him for the last couple of shows, especially when Hunter was on. They were thinking that Pat McAfee got murdered or something like that. But no, they didn't really say anything. But we found out after Raw that Pat McAfee had a family emergency. I think his father-in-law died. So my condolences go out to Pat McAfee and, you know, his family, his wife's family, and everything else. So that's pretty much it. Alright, so I talk about that, and then somebody, goes across from them. We didn't know who the hell it was. I know it's just like a cameraman forgetting where he is. But anyway, then Mitchell Cole says, hey, we got Drew McIntyre out here. Oh, he got a live mic. Uh-oh. So we're going to hear from Drew. So after some booing, Drew talks about attacking CM Punk on SmackDown, bloodied him up. He gone to a medical facility. We saw what happened. That was epic. The freaking pushing and shoving between him and Nicholas Aldis, that was epic. I'm surprised Nick Aldis stood up to him. It's like, he pushed him, and then basically freaking Drew almost pushed him on his ass. Then he's like cursing up a storm. Well, Nick Aldis is cursing up a storm. He's like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, damn. Imagine what there's going to be said on Netflix in January. Because the Raw is going uncensored. So they can say, fuck, shit, motherfucker, cunt, you know, dick, ass, goddamn, you know. Basically everything in the book. That's going to be exciting in January. That's going to be exciting. Can't wait. Anyway. So we saw what happened with Punk. So Drew says, after everything that Punk did, you people still chant his stupid name. So it talks about Punky Brewster attacking it. Not that Punky Brewster. Punky attacked everything. You know, everything I have. Cost me the world title not once, but twice. And he talks about promising his wife that she's going to get the title back. But Punk took that away from him. Not once, but twice. Well, really, you know, once. And then, you know, the whole thing with Priest winning the belt at WrestleMania. Then the rematch, Punky fucked everything up. Blah, blah, blah. So he tells the fans, if you still chant his name, you are dead to me. So what do the fans do? They chant. Because they're marks. Or as Brian Pillman used to say, smart marks. Because you know nothing about the world of professional wrestling. No, you don't. And there'd be no point in me debating any of you fucktards out there about the wonderful world of professional wrestling. I'll just be wasting my goddamn time with your stupid garbage opinions. I'll only debate actual wrestling fans that are actual wrestling fans, like Joe Cronin or you know, Issa or anybody like that. That's actual people, or anybody on the Wrestling Inc. podcast. Or Hugh Steve and anybody else like that. That's the only people that I will actually debate. Maybe some of their subs here and there. Not all of them, but some of them. Anybody else, I have no time for you. Because I know what's going to happen. I just know you're going to have a stupid opinion, make fun of me, call me this and that. And I'm like, see what happens? I already won the debate. Because I've been watching wrestling probably a hell of a lot longer than you. Some of you. Not all of you, but some of you. I've been watching since 1979. With the AWA, the early days of World Class Championship Wrestling. The early days of the NWA into WCW. The early days of the WWF. The WWF. Before it became WWF. You know, the golden era with Hulk Hogan, brother, you know, Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah, did it. You know, those guys. Getting into the Attitude Era. The birth of ECW, the fall of ECW. All that stuff. All that. The Monday Night Wars. The NWO, stuff like that. ECW, like I said. The birth of Ring of Honor, the birth of TNA. The almost death of TNA. All the way up until now. The PG era, which was horrible. The Ruthless Aggression era. The new era, whatever era we're in now. The birth of AEW. New Japan Pro fucking Wrestling. Stardom. Shimmer, Shine, the women's stuff. Even the indie stuff. I'm a long-time fan. So you can't come to me and say, oh, this and this and this and this. You're giving me a boring as fuck opinion. Even if you have some minute points, I'll agree with some of them, but you're not gonna, like, win, basically. I'm gonna give my opinion. If it doesn't matter, you don't like it, too bad. Respect the opinion, at least. If not, just don't bother debating. Don't bother. Because you're wasting your time. And pretty much, in return, I'm wasting my time talking to a bunch of marks. Simple as that. Anyway, move on. So, basically, Punk's like, I took everything from you. You're home now, eating through a straw. You know, I have your family on my arm. AJ and Larry. And freaking the crowd's like, Larry! So the dog's getting over. That's just great. Not like Matilda or Damien or even Frankie the Bird. This is not 1985. Or 88, maybe. But anyway. So Drew's like, it's like, Punk wears that bracelet on the road to take his family with him, but now Drew's like, I have them now. I have them in the palm of my hand, or on my wrist. So Drew says, I'm going to take that bracelet to Toronto, win Money in the Bank. You have to qualify first. Win Money in the Bank, cash in the same night, and become the new three-time World Heavyweight Champion. And it's going to be at your expense, Punky Brewster. So, we got that. And next week, we got Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, and who's the other guy? I think it's Ilya Dragunov. Well, that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. 2 Irishmen and a fucking Russian dragon. Woo! Banga! Brutal. That's going to be brutal. I think Drew's going to win that, obviously. Well, unless Punky's there next week. It could happen, but I think Drew's going to win. Possibly win Money in the Bank. Cash in on Priest, probably after his match with Seth Rollins. And then you're going to have Drew versus Walter at SummerSlam. Punk could fuck that up too, but I'm thinking that if Drew does win and cash in, he will lose. Why? Because Punk's going to fuck that up. He's going to cash in, the match is going to happen, next thing you know, you hear CM Punk's music, or he comes out from the crowd, or from underneath the ring, and then, right as Drew's about to win, there's Punky, and Drew's going to get distracted. Priest or Seth Rollins is going to take advantage. Boom, hits whatever finisher, either South of Heaven or the Stomp. 1, 2, 3, bye-bye to Drew McIntyre's Money in the Bank cash-in. And then the next night on Raw, oh, Drew's going to be mad. Or Punk's going to come out and say, I want you. I'm medically cleared. I'll see you at SummerSlam. I'm gonna beat your ass. And that's gonna be leading into like a whole slew of the next few months. You know, SummerSlam. They might have a rematch at Bash in Berlin. I don't think they're doing anything in September. They're probably gonna lead up to Hell in a Cell, even though I don't think they're gonna do that match. Punk doesn't want to do it at all. Well, I guess we found out last time he was in a Hell in a Cell match with Ryback. You know, the staph infection and the whole thing. And Ryback was a piece of crap. Ryback, feed me more! Idiot. But anyway, we got that. So we'll see what happens with that, but I do see Drew winning next Monday night, going on into the match, winning the match, cashing in the same night on Poppy Priest or Seth Rollins, but Punky Brewster will show up, fuck him over a third time, and that's pretty much it. Then it's like, you know what? Fuck you, Punk. I want you at SummerSlam. And then Punk beats him. So in turn, Punk wins for the fourth time. That's what's leading to SummerSlam. Punk versus Drew. One-on-one. Doesn't even need a belt. Doesn't need the belt. If Drew somehow won and Punk's not there, then Punk's probably going to beat him at SummerSlam for the belt. So another transitional period for Drew McIntyre. Which sucks. That's that. Alright, moving on. Alright, so I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. We're off and running on Raw. Alright, then we're going to look back at what the Wyatt Six did last week. Basically killing everybody. And then we see Chad Gable look like he got shot in the head. And then the whole thing that happened all through last week, where Chad Gable got taken out of the Money in the Bank match with Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman. Ilya Dragunov got put in his place. And then a few days right before SmackDown, Adam Pearce's Twitter got hacked. The WWE Twitter got hacked. Everything's getting hacked. Taylor Swift concerts. It's just amazing. And then we found out that Chad Gable is now medically cleared. But he's going to be in that Money in the Bank ladder match qualifier. So we had that. We saw all that. And then we see a black limo, even though it's not a stretch limo. It's like one of those black cars that we always see nowadays. Gable arrives with a lot of security, like 7 security guards. They go into the arena. Kathy Kelly tries to get a word with him. He's like, no, let me alone. I don't want to talk about it right now. Leave me alone. So he goes into the building, goes into his locker room. We go to break. We come back. We have 2 security guards standing by outside, and Kathy Kelly's still trying to get a word with Gable, but can't get in because of the security guards. She's like, he doesn't want to tell his story right now, and she says various wrestlers are apparently surprised that he's even in the building right now. So Gable is basically doing a Matt Hardy type gimmick where, like, remember when Matt Hardy in I think it was Ring of Honor and partly in WWE, is like, alright, Matt Hardy will never die! So it's basically doing something like that. So we'll see what happens with that and this match coming up a little bit later with Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed. See who qualifies for Money in the Bank. Not going to be easy for Gable, but fans are happy to see him. We'll get that. Alright, then we go to our first official match of the night. Braun Breaker taking on Marcel Barthel of Imperium. This was a banger. I love this match. And I meant to do this, by the way, before I continue, I wanted to do this video Monday night, but I fell asleep, so I apologize for that. I wanted to do it last night. Couldn't do it because I was in a lot of pain. And it is what it is. I'm still in a little bit of pain now, but it's like comes and goes. Right now. I think in about a day and a half, another day and a half, I should be back to, I would say, around 75, 80, 85%. But like I said earlier, 2 weeks from now, I get that minor surgery, in and out, done, and then pretty much Friday night, I'm in bed. The entire day I'm in bed. I can't do anything. So Well, I have to see how I feel when I get home, and then rest for a couple of hours, and then get up, see how I feel, have my sensible dinner, and then figure out. Probably stay home that entire weekend. So there's nothing on really. The 13th and the 14th, I'm not really doing anything in July. So I wanted to go to hang out with my parents for Sunday dinner, but I gotta see how I feel that day. That's that day on the 14th. But we'll see what happens with that. If I'm good enough to go, I'll go. If not, play it safe, stay home, fire up something to eat. I do have to go shopping. Well, I'm getting some stuff sent to me, but not that type of stuff. But I'm going to grocery shopping, and I ordered some food off Amazon, so that's that. But in any case, so I have some extra food stocked up until I go on my next food run, which is probably next weekend, probably for Money in the Bank weekend. So I'm gonna need a lot of food. I'm not gonna get a lot of it, but have to get the essentials, what I need, soda, juice or whatever I need, burger, buns, pizza, whatever I feel like getting, and I have to get vegetables for me and the missus, and her food. She got to go half and half. That's what it is. So I'll be shopping for a while, because that's what even when I go, I am in and out like my dick in your mom's ass. But when me and the missus go, it takes like 5 hours to finish fucking shopping. 5 hours. It is annoying. So annoying when I have to go with the missus. I know she doesn't like me saying that, but I don't give a shit. Like, come on. I want to get in. I want to get out. Get my food. Get whatever I gotta get. And let's go. Maximum we're there is like an hour and a half. Max. But like, we're like 2-3 hours. I'm like, I want to go home. I want to eat. I want to rest. I mean, come on. So it takes us 35 minutes to get there, and then, we're there for 3 hours, and then by the time we come back, it's dark. I'm like, come on! But we move on. In any case, but yeah, so I'm sorry that I didn't put this up, like yesterday or Monday night, so we get that. Anyway, back to the match we go. Alright, so, Braun Breaker and Marcel Barthel, great match. Kaiser's in the back before he comes out. Sorry, Marcel Barthel's in the back. That's not call him Ludwig Kaiser. Stupid name. Marcel's in the back in the gorilla position. Talking to, I think, was Jackie Redmond. Promises to show Braun Breaker that he is not like him. So he goes to the ring. They start the match. They beat the crap out of each other to start. Breaker runs the ropes. Destroys Marcel Barthel. His speed is amazing. Amazing speed. It's like he took a power pill, like a speed pill, like in Final Fantasy, when you get the speed up pill. Or he has one of those, not summons, he has one of those abilities, speed plus 6, something like that. Speed plus 100%, something like that. If in any RPG you get one of those speed upgrades, that's what he got. I mean, he does unlimited. His speed, he just runs over people. And the fans like, holy shit, look at the speed! He runs him over, then gets pounded into the corner. Breaker fires off some of those mean shoulder blocks to the ribs, and keep that in mind for later. Kaiser goes right to the eyes, good old Roddy Piper, boop, poke the eyes. And then he sends Braun shoulder first into the ring post. Ow. Then he drives him to the apron. And then they go to the outside. Marcel is sat on the announcer's table. Breaker then does a humongous dive, clothesline, got over the table, which did not break. I am the table! That was crazy. The fans are going, holy shit! That was freaking epic. We got that. We go to break. We come back. And Braun's all fired up. Beating the crap out of Marcel Barthel. The fans are going nuts because they love the guy now. Then we get a jumping elbow smash. And then go up top. Puts Marcel up top. Then he hits a super Frankensteiner. Miz is like, oh my god, that was great! Hey, it's more awesome than you. And it's as awesome as me. I know, Mike. I'm sorry. You can do a Frankensteiner, can you? Hell yeah, I can. Because I'm awesome. Obviously. You can do a super awesome bomb from the top to a table. You can do everything, Mike. You should be in the Hall of Fame. I know, I'm not. I don't know why these people don't want to put you in. You know why? Because they suck. So I'm awesome. I belong in the Hall of Fame. Okay, calm down, Mike. Calm down. Just calm down. You'll get there. I promise you'll get there. Before I freaking die, you'll be in the Hall of Fame. Okay? I'll make it so. That's great, Gil. That's great. Mr. Joseph, you do that. Because you're my friend. I know. Thank you, Mike. You know anything else to say? No? You having a good time today? Oh, I had a great time. I was training with I was training with Sika. You know, Sika had like a big family lunch, with all the other Samoan people and all the other wrestlers. We were all there, hanging out, telling stories, and everything else, And then Jerome came in and freaking smoking his goddamn cocaine. It just made me mad. You didn't do anything, right? You didn't disrupt the party. Nah, Captain Lou told me to shut up. And then Freddie Blassie called me a pencil-neck geek. Hey, well, gotta respect the elders there, Mike. Come on. Now, you have fun at the party. Who cares about what Jerome thinks? Okay? Who gives a fuck about him? What you say, motherfucker? Hey, whoa. Keep that sight away from me, because I'll stick that up your ass. Mike, keep him in check, okay? Yeah, Jerome, get the fuck out of here, you... Hey, whoa, easy. Don't call him that. Do not say that word. It's a family show here. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. I just get worked up, goddammit. Okay, you go have fun, go back to the bar. Drinks on me, okay? Oh, thank you. Alright. Hey, you want to say goodbye? Bye, fans! Bye! Okay, get out of here. Good old Mike Awesome. And if you don't like my impression of Mike Awesome, well, fuck you, because I can do it way better than you. I can do pretty much everything way better than you. Ask your mom. But I digress in that. Alright, so anyway, that was amazing. Fans going nuts, Miz is losing his mind. But then Marcel Barthel slips out of a gorilla press, knocks Braun Breaker to the outside. He's grabbing his ribs, legit injury, by the way. Maybe some broken ribs, who knows. So Braun goes for the spear, and hits the steps. Ow. So Kaiser has a small opening, so looked like he was doing something around the ring, and then out of nowhere, Sheamus comes out, boom, kicked right to Kaiser, causing disqualification. So Braun Breaker gets the win by the DQ in 10 minutes. So Sheamus hits the bro kick. He's like, yeah, and the fans are like hugging him and everything. Yeah. He grabs one guy and hugging him like his brother or something. Imagine it was me. I'm like, get off of me! I'm like, okay, man, okay, you did good. Ow! I have to sue Hunter, like, your boy hurt my ribs! Come on now. Not the first time. Not WWE-wise. I'm talking about Ring of Honor-wise. There was a couple of times in Ring of Honor, like a couple of the wrestlers. I think it was one was Jay Briscoe came over and gave me like a high five. That was epic, as always. Kevin Steen's yelling at a fan that's right next to me. I'm just laughing up a storm. I was like, he told you. And he goes back, he's like, yeah, I did. I'm like, shit. I had Michael Elgin almost coming to me and Rose's lap at Final Battle 2011. I have the tape. I'll get it right now. Here it is. By the way, it's signed by the Briscoes. I forgot about that. Yeah, Final Battle Doomsday. 2012. Final Battle 2012. I didn't go because I missed out on 11. But that's probably one of the best final battles ever. Next to 9, actually. 9 was great. 10. Because me and Rose went to 10, and we were sitting third row. That was epic. The one, I think it was that final battle. Danielson's last match against Nigel before he went to WWE. That was an epic event at the should have been inside the Hammerstein, not the Grand Ballroom, but still. That was epic, getting hugged, slapped, hugs from crying Bryan Danielson. Great time. But yeah, that event, me and Rosa almost got killed. It wasn't for the barricade. and I lost my soda. So Michael Elgin, if you're still listening at home, I know you are. You blacklisted bastard. You owe me a Coke! I said for Roddy for years. And Roddy actually gave me a Coke anyway, but I was like, then I had to tell him later on Twitter. I was like, oh, by the way, remember when you gave me that Coke back in 2016? Or 17, whatever it was when I met you last? He goes, oh yeah, I do, I remember that. It's like, I thought I blamed you for it. I meant it was Michael Elgin. I had to check the tapes. I'm sorry. So you didn't have to buy me the Coke. But I appreciate it. He's like, it's okay. This Roddy's a cool guy. Roddy, Some of those wrestlers are very, very good to meet. They always like when I come, like I hang out with them and stuff. Not hang out, but when I meet them, I'm always respectful. So Samoa Joe was fun to talk to. Alex Shelley stiffed me on $40. That was my mistake because I forgot to give it to the guy that runs the VIP experience. That was my mistake. Brain fart. So I gave Alex Shelley $40. I was like, hey, it's $40 more than you were gonna get paid anyway. Good times though. But man, sitting at ringside is pretty damn cool. Meeting your favorite wrestler, very cool too. But don't act like a dick. Just saying. I met a lot of women's wrestlers. I mean, it's just amazing. Nikki Adams at an indie show. She used to wrestle for an indie show here in New York. I met Nyla Rose a couple times. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, you met a transvestite! No, stop it. Stop it. She is a great wrestler! Anyway, Angel Metro freaking adores me. Jade, not that Jade, but, another Jade. Like Jade Cargill, or Jade/Mia Yim. I did meet Mia back when she first started for Ring of Honor. When she was Princess Mia with the Embassy. My good friend, Prince Nana, who I know very well. Because he lives in the same fucking borough. He lives in Brooklyn. Not the same area as me, obviously. But if it wasn't for Prince Nana, I would not be wrestling. I would not have started in wrestling. If I didn't meet Joel Maximo, the great man that he is, I wouldn't have had any training in wrestling. I did training for 6 months, and I had to stop because, I didn't want it to affect my job. I was ready, maybe to get on a show or two, but, I felt like I wanted to do commentary. I didn't really want to get in the ring and bust my ass yet, but that was fun. Running the ropes, taking bumps, doing some moves here and there. Where do you think the origin of the Gilmore Cutter came from? No, not the E-Feds. I'm talking about actual wrestling school. So, and learning from Joel Maximo, and then, watching tapes for God knows how many years, learning how to do the moves properly. I remember hitting my first Gilmore Cutter on a rookie, another rookie. It felt so good. I was like, BAM! Planting him in the middle of that fucking ring. Yeah, I got beat up a little bit. Not much. Not the point where I'm like, bloody as fuck or anything like that. I took a few bumps, a few licks. It hurt. My first bump I took wrong. Didn't hit my head or anything, concussions like that. But, I fucked up. Joel's like, he's like, do it again! It's like, you know this. Do it again. It's like, all right. Did it. Second time, perfect. Loved it. Then we, did some exercises and, had to fly up. I did fly off the top rope a couple of times. I was scared as fuck. But you had the crash pad. Then you graduate from the crash pad to, like, grinding in the ring. You land wrong, you're fucked. But I kind of got it down pat after I did the crash pad stuff. Getting in and out, getting thrown out of the ring. That was a little, testy. Almost hurt my leg one time. But it was fine. I was fine. Never had an injury during my 6 months in wrestling school. But it's fun. It was a lot of fun. Lots of fun. I miss it. But I'd rather do commentary, so I don't have to get beat up. Even when I go to a show and then people, like, they throw me in, they throw the other wrestler in, and then people in the back, like, get him! Like, get him, Peter, get him! I'm like, I'm tired, leave me alone! I mean, if they ask me to get in the ring and, like, throw a chop, I'm doing that. Fuck that. I'm not going to miss that opportunity. Hell, I held up. You all remember, I was about to say FTR. Remember Red Dragon, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish? Right after Supercard on the 7, there was a house show early in the day, that Saturday, and I went sitting ringside right by the ramp at the time in the Grand Ballroom. So they had Eddie Edwards, part of the American Wolves, because they were, like, going back and forth with the tag team titles around that time. He had a match. Davey Richards, I think, was injured around that time. Kyle O'Reilly's at ringside. Bobby Fish is fighting Eddie Edwards. They have a pretty damn good match. Part of the match, Eddie takes Bobby Fish all around the ring. People were, like, holding him up for chopping. I'm like, I don't think he's going to come to my area. Next thing you know, they're, like, right over here, right near my area. Eddie's chopping him on the corner over there. And then Bobby Fish just starts coming this way. I'm like, uh-oh. And then he stopped right in front of me. And then Eddie's like, hold him. And then me and, like, 4 guys, like, holding him up. You can see it on TV. I was on Ring of Honor TV. If you go on ringofhonorwrestling.com, I think it's like 2000, whatever Supercard of Honor was. The day after that, the TV tapings. I think it's sometime in April, I think. But look it up on ringofhonorwrestling.com in the archive section. But anyway, me and 4 guys held up Bobby Fish for Eddie Edwards to freaking go, smacked him, and you see my reaction, like, God! That was great. That was great. I was waiting for, like Bobby Fish to come around the ring again, and, like, look at me, he's like, you held me up, motherfucker, It's like, he asked me to! You want me to not say anything? Like, come on now. Fan interaction. It's great. I've been to indie shows where the people come out to where I'm sitting. Then they go out the door. And I'm like, hey, where'd you go? Oh, there he is. Great stuff. I have some of them on my YouTube page. Some indie fights that are, outside the ring or around my area. It's great. They go into they're in the gymnasium. They're fighting around in the gymnasium. I have to get out of my seat and film it. I'm filming everything. Great stuff, man. And then people are like, get in there! I'm like, no, I'm retired. How many times do I have to tell you? Stop being a pussy, get in there! I'm like, you gonna pay me? I'll get my $500. Just talk to the owner. I'll be a manager, I don't give a shit, as long as I don't get hurt. I'll do that any day of the week, if it were to be for a female talent, or a tag team, or a singles guy, like the champion or something. Yeah, I'll do it. Get my little bitty money, and I'm out. Just give me free. I have to buy my food. I'll just pay for my own food. I don't give a shit. I'll get there. My own means. I'll have to, ask one of the wrestlers to take me there, unless the event's like in Jersey or Staten Island. Then you have to meet me at my house and pick me up, or I have to meet you somewhere, and we'll go right there. We'll go, and then you drop me off. Drop me off somewhere in Brooklyn so I can get home. You don't take me all the way back to my house, you know. That would be fun. That would be fun. But it is what it is. But great stuff. So all those fans that, were hugging Sheamus and everything, you had fun. That's that. But as far as this match goes, Braun Breaker wins by DQ after Sheamus knocked Marcel Barthel for a loop. We get that. Match was still good, 3.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Sheamus loads up the announcer's table, but Braun Breaker comes from out of nowhere, spears the living hell out of him, and I think he got injured, and Sheamus got injured again. I think he has broken ribs. They're probably going to outlaw the spear by Braun Breaker soon. And the sun's coming right on my face. You gotta love it. God loves me. I gotta have to pull back. So, because it's around that time. 6 o'clock usually in the summertime, the sun's like right directly hits my neighbor's window and then boop. That's some good shit. Good stuff. Alright, so we'll see what happens with that. That's that. Alright, moving on. Moving along. Okay. Alright, then we go into Judgment Day's clubhouse. They're having fun. They got some chicken tendies. You know, Dom brought a whole bunch of chicken tenders to the clubhouse. They're playing WWE 2K24. JD McStupido and Gordito are playing. I think one of them was playing as Rhea Ripley. I don't know which one that was, but anyway. So they're playing the video games. They're eating chicken tendies. And then Damian Priest, Poppy Priest, comes in, the World Heavyweight Champion. And he's like, sees what everything's doing. They're playing video games. Dom's eating chicken tendies. You know, not from Applebee's or anywhere like that. Well, who knows? Maybe they're from McDonald's. I don't know. They're probably very tasty. I want one. I just had some, actually. Never mind. So Poppy Priest, like, you know, did Liv bring all this? And then Dom's like, yeah, Liv did all this. Poppy Priest's like, that doesn't work for me. And then it's like, he's telling Dom, he's like, you gotta handle this shit. So it's like, I'm trying, but, he looks at his phone, it's like, and Priest's like, what now? And he shows the group the phone of a text or a picture that Liv sent. And then Priest's like, Wepa. And then Carlito sees it, and he goes, that's cool. Carlito! So, Priest says that Dom needs to figure this out and how to explain it to Rhea Ripley. Oh, that's not going to be a great talk. You in the doghouse now, Dom. You ain't getting no pussy from Rhea Ripley. So, it's like, you got to explain to Rhea why you have Liv's number. So, he leaves, and then, Finn gets up and says, we gotta worry, we gotta worry about ourselves, and, basically, Priest is like, we all need to worry about getting rid of Braun Strowman. Easier said than done, my friends. That's that. Alright, so I get that 3 out of 5 stars. Then after that, we see Braun Breaker walking with a purpose down to Adam Pearce's office, bangs on his door, Pearce comes right out. He starts ranting about people being sick of, it's like, Pearce is like, I'm sick of people interrupting me. Well, you're the GM, that's how it is. Well, actually, Braun said that, I'm sorry. Braun says, I'm tired of people interrupting me, like Marcel Barthel, Sammy, Sheamus, whoever. Speaking of Sammy, he pops up right behind Braun and says, hey, you want a match for my belt? Let's do it. Anytime, any place. So Breaker's like, okay. Let's do it at Money in the Bank for your belt. So Sam was like, okay, Adam? What say you? Let's make it official. So he makes the match official for Money in the Bank in 2 weeks for the Intercontinental title. Sami Zayn in his home country of Canada, not in Montreal. He's from Montreal, but it's in Toronto. So in his home country, Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental title, and I think, Sammy, your title reign goes adios. Bye-bye. Braun's going to win that title, and he's going to just run amok with that title. I don't see anybody beating him. I don't know who. I like for him and Walter to go at it. Walter gets the belt back, and he holds it for another 666 days. Number of the beast. got that. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so I gave that segment 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, back to the ring we go for a women's Money in the Bank qualifying match. We have the Lassie bitch from Ireland, Lila Valkyria, taking on Shayna Baszler, and also taking on my second wife, the pirate princess herself, one hot piece of ash. That's Kairi Sane. Looking amazing, as always. Alright, this match wasn't great, but yeah, it had that. Alright, so it's also with Shayna getting knocked into the corner. Miz talks about what the briefcase can mean for your career. Yeah, he's won it twice. Won the belt twice. So he knows a thing or two about that. Why isn't he in the men's... Well, he can't be because he's half the tag team champions right now. Or was. Anyway. Kairi grabs a head scissors, taking both women down. That was impressive. Impressive. We got that. Then she hits a big flippy dibbity doo to the floor. We go to break. Come back. Kairi drops Shayna, but gets kicked back down by Lyra. Then a fisherman's buster on Kairi. Gets a near fall. Shayna comes right back in with a suplex of her own. And then Kairi comes back with a running blockbuster. Goes up top for the insane elbow, but missed it. Ow. Then they trade running shots to the head, so everybody gets knocked down. The fans are like, oh, this is great. Alright, then Shayna gets up, locks in the Kira Feeder clutch on Lyra. Lyra's in trouble, but Kairi's kind of like slumped over on the top rope, but she gets up and breaks it up with an insane elbow. Goes for the cover on... I think she tried to go for the cover, but Lyra comes right back in, locks in Nightwing. 1, 2, 3, 8.5 minute match. Fuck! So, Lyra gets the win over Kairi. Did not sit well with me. She's beat Asuka. She's beat Kairi now. She'll probably beat Io next. I mean, she did beat Io. She'll probably beat... I think she already beat Asuka. I'm not sure on that, but if she didn't, she probably will beat Asuka when she comes back, and whenever that may be. But in any case, Lyra goes on to the Money in the Bank ladder match with Naomi and Chelsea Green. So we got that. We got one this week. Tiffy Tiff's in it. Hopefully she wins. But we'll see what happens with that. Match itself was decent. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, then we go to the back. Drew McIntyre's in the back. He's walking around. Runs into Adam Pearce. And basically yelling at Adam Pearce again. And Drew's like, I want in the Money in the Bank qualifying match. So Adam's like, I don't know about that with what you did, the Punk, on Friday. You quit last week. Drew's like, I was like, oh, you took it seriously. I never really quit. Right. Then Drew's like, you better put me in or there's going to be more violence. So then we find out later that Drew is going to be in a qualifying match this Monday night against Sheamus and Ilya Dragunov. That should be fun. Can't wait for that. Let me move on. Alright, so I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we find out, like I mentioned earlier, next year's Royal Rumble, February the 1st at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indy with a Coldplay. Pat McAfee's definitely going to have a great time there. And a future SummerSlam / WrestleMania are coming to that stadium in Indianapolis. Raw, SmackDown, NXT live events will be there as well. So, Indy, you're getting a lot of good shit next year. So, be glad. I wish it was in New York, but maybe New York will get one of those one day. Royal Rumble. Well, I guess you could put Royal Rumble either at the Barclays Center or at MSG, like it was many years before. SummerSlam you could have outside. WrestleMania you could have outside. I guess, MetLife Stadium, or really, should be Citi Field. Even though MetLife holds like 80,000 people. But, gonna worry about the weather. I would have it in April. April's good, depending on, hopefully it doesn't rain both nights, and the temperature should be okay. Should be. I would say about 50, maybe 60. God forbid a 70, but as long as it's not going to be that cold like Philly. But even though Nick Khan said no more Northeast pay-per-views because of what happened in WrestleMania this year, because it was cold as balls. Both nights, 30-degree weather. Surprised it didn't snow. That would have been fun. Big old blizzard coming down in Philly, and all the wrestlers are throwing snowballs at the fans. That'd be great. That would be fun. But, yeah. So, New York is probably not going to get, like, another WrestleMania at all. SummerSlam, I can see. Definitely seeing SummerSlam in New York. In an outside arena, like Citi Field. Maybe you can put it in Skanky Stadium, that construction site. Or you put it, like I said, MSG, Barclays Center. Or if you want to go outside, you put it at Citi Field, Skanky Stadium. We put, if you want to go to New Jersey, you can put it in MetLife Stadium in August, which it'll be fine, it'll be warm. Gotta worry about the rain and the hurricane too, here and there. Or you can put it where the you can put it in the Prudential Center, you know, at the Rock. You put it in Strong Island at the Nassau Mausoleum. Got a lot of places you can put SummerSlam outside, because you can't do Royal Rumble. That's a definite no-no. WrestleMania, well, with Nick Khan has to renege on his say, oh yeah, we can put it in New York. New York's is always great for us. Yeah, put it at MetLife Stadium, like WrestleMania 35 was. But just have the trains working for all you people that went there in 35. You were stuck in Jersey. Oh. Next time, have a carpool, or God forbid, you find an Uber. God forbid, find an Uber, and if the Uber can actually get into the fucking parking lot. Well, maybe getting in would be fine. Getting out, you're going to be waiting a long time. You have to wait for the Uber. The Uber's got to wait to get out of the freaking parking lot, get on the highway, wherever you may be living. If you're going to a hotel in Jersey, you're going back to the city. Go back to Brooklyn, or whatever you may, Staten Island, wherever you may be living. That's going to be a long as fuck trip home in an Uber or a Lyft. So, what I would do is, you have to either carpool with somebody, or you have to have a car. Just go in there by train, go at your own risk. You can get there, but get back, might be an issue, might be. But it would start at 7, and it'll probably end by 12, and I think with the New Jersey Transit trains that go right to MetLife Stadium, I don't know about the buses. I don't know how the buses will run, if the buses don't run after 12. It's going to be an adventure, ladies and gentlemen, trust me on that. Not that I've done it, but I've been to MetLife Stadium / Giant Stadium back in the day, but I always went by car. I never went by bus or anything like that. But it's hard to, getting in is, an adventure, because you got to park, and you got to find good parking. Remember where you parked. You have fun doing the game. I sat in VIP for a couple of preseason games with the Jets. Not with the Niners, they didn't play the Niners. They played the Browns one game, and then they played, I think, they played the Giants one time. Me and my dad went and sat VIP with my uncle, and blah, blah, blah. That was fun. Eating good food, watching a game that I barely even watched. Oh, they just won, big deal. But getting out of that place, pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass. Took us a long time to get home. I think we got home like at 12:30, 1 o'clock, because there was so much traffic getting out of the building and getting on the highway. Getting on the New Jersey Turnpike, and then even getting after that, getting on the Turnpike, getting off at our exit to get into Brooklyn. That's a lot of fucking traffic. But then by the time we got into Staten Island and into Brooklyn, it was like smooth sailing. It was great. So, Indy, have fun. But if you're a great person from New York, you're like, what about us? Might get Final Battle this year. Maybe. But we'll see. Alright. So we got that. Alright, after that, we see Liv Morgan walking right after that. They're tracking her to the ring. She comes in, and she's wearing a Dirty Dom shirt. So, she wants to get his attention. She's like, I hope you like the gifts I got you. Especially that text I sent you. You should probably send him a nude pic. Why not? And, I think it was that video she sent. She's like sucking on the lollipop all seductively. It's like, like it's his pinga and everything. Come on. I mean, wouldn't you like to be like, oh? Anyway, so Liv invites Dom to come to the ring for one more gift. But instead of Dom coming out, Zelina Vega comes out looking amazingly hot. And she's like, I don't get your obsessions around here. I was like, I'm here. I want the belt. And then she's like, I fought to get here. That's because my will always be bigger than your libido. Then talks about, it's like, while you were chasing Dirty Dom or Dirty D, done dirt cheap, and it was like Dirty D. I'm like, oh really? It's a fucking sex joke. Come on now. So she issues the challenge for the women's world title. So Liv's like, well, we're not gonna do it at Money in the Bank where we should have. We're gonna have it next week. That sucks. And then Dom comes out. And he can't get a word in edgewise as always. But finally he does. Says, I don't like your gifts. But Liv's like, I know you like my text. And then Zelina's like, oh, you guys can fight over, sloppy seconds and stuff like that. And then the stupid marks in the crowd like, sloppy seconds! Ridiculously dumb marks. Anyway, Dom gets booted out of the building, basically. And the two ladies are trying to calm the fans down so he can at least say something. So Dom wants anyone but Liv to win the belt. So Liv's like, oh, okay. I thought she was gonna, clock Dom, but she decks Zelina Vega from behind. And they have a cat fight! That was epic. Dom's, just, doing anything, just standing around. And then, Rey Mysterio, booyaka, runs in, break it up, but then Dom does what he does best. Throws his fake dad off of them and knocks him down. That's right, that's what I always tell him to do. Every time he sees that fake father of his, ese pero, he knocks him out. And I'm sad that I'm not here to do that, because I'm dead. I know, Eddie, but you taught your son well. That's right, he's my son, I'm his papi. Don't make a thing about it. Okay. Fuck that Rey Mysterio. Exactly. Alright, so we got that. So Dom decks his fake dad. And then Liv looks at Dom, seems very happy. Dominic gets out of there. Liv follows behind him. Somebody got issues. I thought we were going to get a mixed tag team match. Like Rey and Zelina versus Dom and Liv. That would have been a weird tag team. Can it coexist? Who knows? But we didn't get that. Alright, but the segment was pretty damn good. 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, after that, we go to Adam Pearce. He's leaving Chad Gable's locker room. Kathy Kelly's right there. He's like, what's going on? Adam says Gable is shaken up after last week, but he's now medically cleared, so he's in the Money in the Bank ladder match with Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed. So that's pretty nice. Alright, so I get a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we get to look back at Seth freaking Rollins coming back from his little injury on his leg. You haven't seen him since WrestleMania. So, you saw that. He challenges Poppy Priest for the world title at Money in the Bank. And also we see Rollins rise to WWE, with Becky, his daughter Rue, and how hard he's had to fight just to get to WWE and everything. That was pretty nice. Nice video package for Seth, and I liked it. 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then, once again, we go to Liv Morgan and Dom in the back. Liv's like, Dominic, give me a hug. Dom's like, nah, you're touching. My dick is getting hard, but you're touching. Anyway, so Dom goes to leave, and then R-Truth comes in and does what he does. Says, I love reluctant heroes. So Liv says, hey, I can get Dominic a match with Rey Mysterio next week, which is official. But as far as later tonight, I can get if you give Finn and JD McDumbfuck a tag team title shot, it'll really make me happy, Truth. So Truth's like, okay, It's like they give him a tag team title match. Miz is like, what? Huh? What? I wasn't advised. What? Anyway, so Liv goes to leave, and then Drew's like, I've always loved Carmella. Oh, how do you? Oh, don't even know. I don't know with Truth anymore. How do you get Carmella and Liv Morgan mixed up? I think it's all that weed he smokes. Got into his head. I don't know. Anyway, that was a little fun-ish. Alright, so I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's it. Alright, then we go to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Braun Strowman taking on Bronson Reed. Two big, beefy men slapping meat in that ring. You got Chad Gable there. So, Gable comes out, has a little bandage on his head. He's like, do you believe in miracles? Yes! He says, the rumors of my demise were greatly exaggerated because Chad Gable lives! Yay! So he promises to win Money in the Bank, cash in on the champ or somebody. That's that. Alright, so we get to the match. Wasn't really a great match, per se. But really, Gable starts chopping Bronson Reed. That didn't work. You know that was going to happen. So Gable goes to the floor. So then the big beefy men slap meat in the ring. Braun is sent outside. Gable gets tossed onto him. Ow. Which left Bronson Reed to kind of hit a flippy dippity-doo. That was crazy. Big fat man going, ah! The other way! And we get that. We go to break. And I'll get my Alex acting up, I'm sorry. Go to break, we come back. Gable avoids Bronson Reed's backsplash. But Bronson doesn't seem to care about that. Sends Gable into Strowman's raised boot in the corner. And then Strowman clears up Bronson Reed out, hits the running shoulders at ringside. Excuse me. And then Gable somehow uses his super senior strength to German suplex the big fat man Bronson Reed for a near fall back in the ring. Excuse me. And then Gable goes for a moonsault attempt that gets broken up by Braun Strowman. And then slams Bronson Reed to the floor. Or on the floor, I should say. Ow. And then the Judgment Day come out. Finn. There was Finn, Dom, and JD McDumbfuck. I think Carlito as well. They all jump him, and it's legal because it's no DQ in a triple threat match. And then Gable is up as Bronson Reed was slammed on the floor, got put back in. And then Gable has an open opportunity to hit that moonsault. 1, 2, 3. Chad Gable goes to Money in the Bank. He goes on to with Mello. I forget who else is in that match. Yeah, he goes on to the Money in the Bank the Money in the Bank match. You know, see how he does. Now everybody's thinking Gable's gonna win the Money in the Bank. We'll see. You know, but now that Drew's gonna be in it, it could be between Drew and Chad Gable. But I mean, we'll see what happens with that. I think Gable will win, and he has an obsession with the IC title. Now, if Braun Breaker wins, does he go after? Does he cash in on that, or does he go after Poppy Priest or whoever has the world title, or he goes after the U.S. title? He can go after any title he wants, really, but I mean, we have to see. I would love for him and Cody to go at it. Cody loses, hopefully, but we'll see. But we get that, and we move on. All right, so match itself was okay. 3 out of 5 stars. That's it. Chad Gable goes on to Money in the Bank. He's there with Mello. He's there with Andrade. Should be a good match. I think it's going to be a great match. All these people that were never really in a Money in the Bank ladder match. So that's kind of cool. All right, after the match, Gable. This is the part where I loved. Gable leaves. He's in the ring. And then the Wyatt 6, the lights start going down like last week. The Wyatt 6 starts showing up. The Fireflies are out and everything. I'm like, okay, where's Uncle Howdy? Where's the Nikki Cross and everybody else? So the ring starts filling with smoke. Prematurely on the smoke though. So Gable's like looking around, seeing where somebody's gonna come out. And then Nikki Cross, who's Abigail the Witch, crawls into the ring, very creepy. and he's like, ah! And Gable just like falls back into the corner, and Nikki's kind of doing like a slow crawl to him, and Gable luckily got out of there with his life, and he just leaves. And then Nikki, everybody's like, yeah! Nikki then kind of turns. What the hell was wrong with the cameraman? This whole segment, the camera angles were so bad. So anyway, Nikki goes outside. The camera I'm like, okay, follow her out, the cameraman. The camera's like, I hear, and he starts going this way to her. Nikki picks up a box. What's in the box? Well, she gives it to Michael Cole, looks like terrified. Well, he had to deal with that Nikki Ashhole thing, and the whole thing when Nikki was, Nikki was like catatonic, pulled up a freaking, cloak, and she's like, oh, it's Nikki Cross, in a catatonic state. Sick, and Michael was like, ah! It's going nuts. So anyway, he's like he doesn't know what's gonna happen. I'm like, kill him! Please, kill him! Please, so I can have his job. Damn. So that's that. She gives him the box, but we don't know what's in the box right now. Then she goes, leaves through the crowd. Another bad camera angle. And then she's gone, and that's it. That was exciting. That was great. I really like how the WWE is portraying the Wyatt Six right now. They're really honoring Bray's wisdom and what Bray's vision would have been for this if he was still alive today. But I am loving it so far. I am really liking it. We get that. Alright, after that, we go to break. We come back where Michael Cole has the box. It's addressed to Pat McAfee. And Cole opens the box, and it's a VHS tape. Oh, remember those from like the 80s? Who uses a VHS tape anymore? I'm like, come on, get with the times there, Wyatt Six. I mean, come on now. Anyway, so it says, play me, like it's from Alice in Wonderland. So Cole's like, okay, well, try to get somebody who has a VHS recorder to play this thing. So he gives it to a stagehand and go to the back, to the production truck. So we're going to see that later. So we get that. We move on. Alright, after that, we go to the back. Chad Gable runs into Alpha Academy. The big fat man, Otis, Maxine, Dupree, looking hot as always, and Jack Froman's boy, that's Mr. Akira Tozawa. He runs into him and says, he apologizes to them and says, I almost, you saw what happened to me, and, I know I said a lot of things, a lot of evil, mean things to you guys, but we're a family. This is what families do. We fight, we argue, but we always get back together because that's what families do. And I'm sorry. But Otis is like, you hurt me, but we're still done. So they leave, so bye-bye, Alpha Academy's still gone. But Maxine Dupree seems to stay along. She's a little bit more sympathetic to a reunion. But she's like, I'll go talk to Otis, but I don't think we're gonna have a reunion. So she leaves, and then Gable turns around. The Creek brothers, Julius and Brutus, come in with Ivy Nile. He's like, hey, can we help? He's like, no, not right now. I need a moment. So I think the new Alpha Academy, or whatever it's going to be called now, maybe Gable's crew or something like that, still planting those seeds for the eventual faction that Gable's going to have. The Gable Academy, or whatever it's going to be called. So we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the women's tag team title match. We have the unholy union of Isla Dawn and Alba Fire taking on the Dancing Queens, Kaden Carter and Casey Catanzaro. Actually, it was a non-title match. I thought it was a title match. They announced it as a title match. Cause subject to change. Blah, blah, blah. I didn't really give two craps about this match. It's almost 6 minutes. So Dancing Queens hit the keg stand for a near fall. Alba Fire makes the save. And then the Dancing Queens go for the after party. That gets broken up. And then the champs win with a downward spiral gory bomb combo on Kaden Carter. 1, 2, 3 to win the match. Actually didn't give two craps about 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then afterwards, Damage Control comes in the lovely Dakota Kai. Kairi's back in the ring. And Io, and a mean Io, and they beat the fuck out of the champs. So maybe we get a tag team title match at Money in the Bank between East of Dawn and Alba Fire against, I would think, Dakota Kai and Kairi, and then maybe Dakota Kai and Kairi win the belts, even though that might be a transition. Well, Io can't be. I would love for Io and Kairi to be there. We form the Sky Pirates. Come on, Io, you can do double duty. You can do double duty in bed. I mean, come on now. Come on, my third wife. You can do two things at once. Come on now. Come on, you know what I'm talking about, guys. You know. Especially knowing. But we move on. Alright, so we got that. So we'll see what happens with the tag team belt, tag team champions, and damage control. That's it. Alright, then we go once again into the Judgment Day clubhouse. Damian Priest is about to go in the clubhouse. Maybe to get, I think he's going to get his belt. I don't know, why would you leave it there? Anyway, so he opens the door, and Liv Morgan's coming out. Did she just get laid? I mean, give Dominic a BJ or fuck them? I don't know. But anyway, Liv's like, hi, bye. And then he goes in further, and we see Finn Balor. Oh, you nasty dog. You bastard, Finn Balor. You're a married man. Anyway, so Finn's like, she just came in, you had some more chicken tendies here, right? So he tells Poppy Priest about the matches that Liv got for them. Ray versus Dom next week. Me and JD gonna go for those tag team belts. So Priest is like, I don't know about this. I think it's just too good to be true. So we'll see what happens with all that. And we move on. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then after that, Miz catches up with his partner, R-Truth. It's like, hey, what the hell, man? We got a tag team title match? You didn't go over it with me? So basically it took 20 minutes to find R-Truth in the back. Anyway, so Truth's like, this is all about love, I'm giving back and this and that. Miz is not sure about that. But Truth's like, Miz, I love you, but only as a friend. That sounds suspect. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. That's that. Alright, after that, we go to Poppy Priest. He comes out, says, I saw a video on Seth Rollins earlier, thinks they have a lot in common. They're both the kind of wrestlers who could be in a group, stand out as a leader. Seth Rollins in the Shield, and Poppy Priest in Judgment Day. He says, but for now, as long as I'm the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth, you will never see the mountaintop again. Alright, after that, on cue, Seth Rollins comes out like Cruella de Vil, and you won't find that at the Men's Warehouse. Because when you go to the Men's Warehouse, you're going to find something way better than that. Because when you look good, you feel good. That's an actual commercial. But when you go to the Men's Warehouse, tell them Peter Joseph sent you, and maybe, just maybe, you might like the way you look. I personally may not be able to guarantee that. But for me, I can always guarantee it. They guarantee it too. Because when you go there, you're going to like the way you look. They can guarantee it. That's that. Alright. So Seth hypes up Indy for getting the Royal Rumble. And it's like, hey, what do you mean that we have things in common, this and that? So, talks about how Poppy Priest is part of a team, but Priest says, I didn't ask for their help. I don't need their help to win this belt and retain the belt. So, fans will start yelling at him. Priest's like, Cállate la boca! Like stuff like that. Priest says, I have the title, you got nothing. So Seth's like, for now. He says, you one-upped me last week, so how about I one-up you this week? So he says, I got an idea. He says, if I beat you for if I can't win the belt, I can never get a shot at the world title as long as you're the champ, Poppy Priest. But if I win, you, Poppy Priest, have to leave the Judgment Day. Alright, so Priest is kind of a little bit intrigued. He says the Judgment Day needs him more than he needs them. Then fans like, yeah, that's right, yeah, right. So he's like, you're on. So after that, Walter comes out, looking great, says he understands that there's a lot on the line, which is the best man luck, but the better man will win at SummerSlam. We'll see. We shall see what happens with that at Money in the Bank and going into SummerSlam. That's that. Alright, that segment was pretty good. 3.25 out of 5 stars. Now, the segment of the night. Oh, just made me cry. I watched this like 8 times. And every time it gets me in my feels. So we go to the videotape, as Warner Wolf would say. Let's go to the videotape. So we get that, we play it. We see Uncle Howdy in the remnants of the Firefly Funhouse. He's asking, how do you feel since your loss? Who are you? Do you feel forgotten? Do you remember who you are? I'm like, who the hell are you talking to? Right? And then we cut to Bo Dallas without the mask on. Ah! Saying, I am nobody. So, Uncle Howdy's like, how did it feel when you lost your brother, when he died? So Bo says, it felt like the most important thing in my life was ripped away from me, taken away from me. So Uncle Howdy asks if this is exploiting Bray's legacy. Bo says he wanted to be just like his brother. That's where it got me. Because, you know, 4 years ago, my brother-in-law, the great man upstairs, you sexy man up there. You know, he got basically taken from me at an unsuspected time 4 years ago, right after the Super Bowl. It was just ripped apart, taken away from me. And I lost the only brother I ever had in my life. I could have had a older brother even before I was born, but my mom had a miscarriage, so that sucks. So I could have had an older brother that better looking than me, maybe, but no, I'm kidding. But anyway, yeah, it is what it is. But, you know, when I met my brother-in-law, you know, Rose's brother, we just hit it off. And pretty much for 12 years, we had a ball. We did some videos. You know, I wish I still had some of them, but I don't. Even the 2 Halloween videos that I had, I wish I had them. I think Rosa might have one, either both of them on her external hard drive, which I don't know where it is right now. It's not in the house. I would love for them to be put up, but I'll put them on private for my own sake. But it's like, I'm not going to show you retards. Anyway. But yeah. 12 great years with that great man. I wish I would have, you know, hung out with him more. But, you know, I couldn't get out of work sometimes. And, you know, I was working on the weekends when I could have been hanging out with him. But on holidays, usually I would get off and see him. We had fun. You know, he came down. He came down a couple of times here to celebrate me and Rosa getting engaged and everything, the wedding and everything, blah 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 blah. But when he got taken away from me, it felt like I got shot in the fucking chest, like something like Satan just like came up, ripped it out of my chest, ripped him away out of my chest. I felt something like it taken out of my chest. So it hurts. I miss him to this day. It's been 4+ years now. And every day I miss him. I don't have his pictures with me anymore. I had one over, all the way over there by my other couch. You know, I think back in the day, if you've watched my old videos, I had like a collage of him over here. But Rosa took that down. Because, putting stuff in storage for when we actually leave New York, when we retire and everything. So a lot of that stuff's in storage now, so it is what it is. But I miss him a lot, you know. I think about him a lot, and, you know, during this segment, I was thinking about him a lot, and I was shedding some tears and everything. So it got me, and it got a lot of people. Issa was crying, and everybody watched this on on TV or on stream or even at the arena were like crying. So anyway, Bo says he worked his entire life to be next to Bray, and they were going to rule together, because the last thing that happened was Bray talking, Bray and Uncle Howdy were going to have like some type of thing. They were kind of working together as the Fiend and Uncle Howdy. But then, unexpectedly, Bray passed away last year. It's coming up on the 1-year anniversary in August. So, that's going to be a tough day. They finally made it, and then everything was taken away from him. No one knows what it feels like, and he will not let Bray be forgotten. They wanted to forget about everyone, but Bo said they made everyone remember. And then Uncle Howdy's like, yes, we did. Then they stare at each other, and then the tape ends. And then we see Nikki Cross like, Bleh! Do that whole thing. This was epic. It made you cry. It made you think about your loved ones a little bit. And it felt like we all have our Uncle Howdy in us. Like we all have our demons in us. We're trying to get them out. I've had a lot of demons in my life. Trying to get them all out, and I still have some of my demons. I'm trying to get them out. It's hard, but I understood a lot from what Bo said in this segment, and it felt real. This segment felt as real as it could be, and I loved it. This was epic. 5 out of 5. I'm really liking what the WWE is doing with the Wyatt Six. I hope they don't fuck this up. I really don't. A lot of people want Bo Dallas to become the world champion or the undisputed champion. I'm like, yeah, go for it. Go for that. Then you're like, what do you do? I would have Gacy and Dexter become the tag team champions. Nikki Cross win the Raw or SmackDown World title. And then who's that 6th man or woman? I don't even think they need a 6th man. I know it's called the Wyatt Six, but you don't need a 6th person, whether it be Bray and Spirit, or they bring back Alexa Bliss in her Ms. Bliss type gimmick, or they put like somebody new there, but I don't think they should. But I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that. That's that. But this segment was epic. It was emotional. 5 out of 5. Bottom line. That's it. Alright, then we get a little cool down. We got Killer Cross without the Final Testament. I think he didn't come out with Scarlet Bordeaux either. He takes on Kofi Kingston! But came up with Xavier Woods. But then he left because they wanted to do it one-on-one. It was an okay match, but then the Final Testament pops up on the Titantron, showing that they beat up Xavier Woods in the back. So that distracted Kofi, and then Killer Cross hit the final prayer, that F5 type maneuver. Anyway, hits that in under 6 minutes, gets the win. And then he holds up 7, which I didn't know what it meant at first, but somebody on Twitter told me that he has beat 7 world champions. That's pretty impressive for a guy that's pretty much not getting anything right now. The whole Final Testament faction is pretty much now shoved to the curb because of the Wyatt Six faction, the Judgment Day, the LWO. Too many factions on Raw, basically. So, I mean, it's great for Killer Cross, first win in over a year. Singles match. So, but it looks like Woods is going to eventually turn on Kofi. He's going to be like, why did you accept the match? Look what happened to me. Then, over the next couple weeks, Woods is going to be like, I don't give a fuck about you. I'm done. We're done. New Day is done. I'm like, thank the Lord. But it is what it is. And that's that. So, I gave the match 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we're going to look back at the debut of Jacob Fatu on SmackDown, beating the living shit out of Randy, Kevin Owens, and destroying Cody. So then we find out that there's going to be a 6-man tag team match at Money in the Bank. Cody will team up with Kevin Owens and Randy to take on, any 3 members of the Bloodline. So I'm thinking it's going to be Jacob Fatu, Solo, probably Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa is going to be like, I don't know, I've got nothing to do. And it's supposed to be a Bloodline acknowledgement ceremony on SmackDown, but I think they're gonna scrap that because of the funeral for Roman's dad, Sika. It's probably gonna be on the island of Samoa, I believe. I don't know where that funeral is, but I would assume that we're not gonna see. I don't know, because he died yesterday, so I assume they're gonna have the wake and everything, and I think probably this weekend they're gonna have the actual funeral. So I don't know if they're going to do the segment. I think they should scrap the segment this week, have it on next week. I know it kind of, they have to rush the segments in now, because they got to have the acknowledgement ceremony for Jacob, and then hype it, and from that, hype in the 6-man tag team match. So it's like, not great, but still, what are you going to do? You just can't, do anything with death and everything. So it sucks that they're only going to have like a week build to the match. But it is what it is. But once again, my thoughts and prayers go out to Roman and the entire Inoue family, the Samoan dynasty, with Alpha, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Haku, Rikishi, the Usos, Zilla Fatu, Lance Inoue, Jacob, pretty much everybody in that big family. My thoughts and condolences go out to the entire Samoan dynasty, and will always acknowledge the great man that he is, Sika of the Wild Samoans. Great man that he is. I did a video on my Metal Guy channel. Please check it out. Link to my channel is down below. Look at that. Alright, so we got that. Alright, then we go to the Raw Tag Team titles, the main event of Raw. We have the so-called Awesome Truth. They're not awesome! Okay, Mike, I know you're awesome than them. Okay, calm down. Anyway, Miz and Truth defending the belts against JD McDumbfuck and Fiend Balor. We get that. So match was decent, not great. Truth starts fast and furious on JD McDonough, knocking him down. Fiend Balor gets double hip toss as well. And then Liv Morgan comes out. And something's going to happen with her. So, go to break, come back. R-Truth having to fight out of trouble. Gets the hot tag to Miz. Stomps away on JD McDumbfuck in the corner. Then he sends Fiend Balor face first into the apron. And then Dominic Guerrero and Gordito come out. Just to add more emphasis for the Judgment Day. Then a double DDT connects on Finn and JD. And then Miz hits the skull-crushing finale on JD McDumbfuck. But it's right near the ropes as Carlito, smart, puts JD's foot on the ropes. And then the referee counts 1, 2, sees the foot on the ropes to stop the count. And then Strowman comes out, chases away Dom and Carlito. And then R-Truth does the "You can't see me! You can't see me! Hey kids, you can't see me!" Does the stupid double fine knuckle shovel onto both members of the Judgment Day. Tries to lock in the STF, but gets broken up, so R-Truth is back with the 10 knuckle shuffle, like I said before. And then Liv goes on the apron, starts shouting at him. She's like, hey Truth, come here, give me a hug, feel up my ass, touch my boobies. And then she looks over at Finn, and sees he's about to get up, and then she's like, she has a big smile on her face, turns right into a frown, and then she snaps R-Truth's neck over the ropes, and then that leads to Finn Balor hitting the shotgun knees in the corner, goes up top, hits the coup de grace. 1, 2, 3, we have new Raw Tag Team Champions in 11.5 minutes. JD McFlurry and Finn Balor become the first Irish Tag Team Champions in WWE. And they get the win, become the new champs, so now they get the tag team titles back into the group. So Poppy Priest must be happy, even though, Liv had to help out. So he might not be that happy on Monday Night Raw, but we'll see what happens on Monday. So we get that. And the match was okay, 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that is it for Monday Night Raw. And Monday Night Raw was pretty damn good. I thought it was another epic show. I think really the stars of the show were, besides Liv Morgan, The Wyatt 6 segment was just fucking epic. I loved it, cried about it, we all did. And I can only imagine what's going to happen next week on the show, the July 1st show. And where the Wyatt 6 goes from here. Going into Money in the Bank, going into SummerSlam, Bash in Berlin, Hell in a Cell. That should be fun during Halloween time. That pre-Halloween show is going to be epic. I would be surprised if we see the Wyatt 6 on a Halloween Havoc. I mean, it fits. Why not let them invade NXT and kill the entire roster? That would be fun. But we'll see what happens when we get to the end of October. But that would be fun. Alright, so yeah, that segment was great. The entire show, pretty good. The Money in the Bank matches were decent at best. Where we got all that. But still, I gave Raw pretty solid 8 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you guys thought of the show down below in the comments section. Do a video, do your own video if you want. Leave a comment, but leave it on the topic at hand about Raw, about the Wyatt 6, whatever it may be. And that's pretty much it for that. Alright, so once again, 8 out of 10 stars for Raw. Very good show. And that's all I gotta say about that. And we'll see what happens this week on SmackDown. Should be a great show on Friday night. And then we'll see what happens next Monday night as we begin the month of July. And it's the go-home show for Raw for Money in the Bank. We got Drew McIntyre, Ilya Dragunov, and Sheamus, the last spot in Money in the Bank. Got that. And we have Liv Morgan and Zelina Vega for the Raw World title. Raw Women's title, I should say. And a whole lot more. Maybe more with the Wyatt 6. See what happens with Chad Gable and company. A whole lot of questions will be answered next week on Raw, so stay tuned. And that's pretty much it. Alright guys, I'm going to go right now. I'm going to get my NXT review up right after this, and then lead you right into AEW Dynamite, the go-home show before this Sunday's Shut the Forbidden Door. So we got that. So it should be an interesting show tonight. I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Not really looking forward to it, but, you know, we got Will Ospreay and Swerve teaming up against the Gates of Agony. I think we have another TNT title qualifying match. We got more Owen Hart tournament matches. I think we got Hikaru Shida's on the show. Got a nice six-woman tag team match. Toni Storm, darling, and her besties, Mariah May and her girlfriend, Mina Shirakawa, taking on the new outcast of Paige, Harley Cameron, and Anna Jay. That should be interesting. Like I said, I think we're going to have a few men's and women's matches in the Owen Hart Cup, which doesn't end until like about a couple weeks after Forbidden Door in Calgary. Next week we're in this week we're in Buffalo. I forget where we're going to be next week, but next week is Beach Break. So it has to be somewhere nice and warm, hopefully. But we'll see what happens with that. And Monday Night Raw is in Boston this Monday night. That should be fun. This Friday night, don't forget, it's in MSG. So everybody that's going from my neck of the woods, going up to MSG, should hopefully have a great night. Be safe going there and getting home. I wish I was there with you guys, but, you know, no dinero. But it is what it is. But I'll be watching at home. That's pretty much it. So, gonna be a great week of action. We got Rampage as well Friday night after SmackDown. Ring of Honor and TNA. Be pretty good shows. Ring of Honor episode 70, I believe, this week. See what happens with that. TNA continuing on to Slammiversary next month. Ring of Honor continuing on to Death Before Dishonor on July 26th. So, lots of good storylines coming out of that. We have Kyle Fletcher facing Mark Briscoe for the world title. So, a world title match finally on the TV program. Thanks, Mark. After Kyle Fletcher beat Mark not once, but twice, now he finally gets a title shot. I think Mark will retain because this is his first defense of the belt since winning it at Supercard. How fitting. But it is what it is. So we got that finally. And more with Athena and Billy Starks and Queen Aminata and Red Velvet from Your Mama's Kitchen. and about their titles. And then more stuff on Ring of Honor as well as TNA. We'll see what happens with PCO, trying to get revenge on Top Dollar and Rich Swann after what they did to ruin their date, his and Stephanie Delaney's date. Stephanie Delaney got put through a table. So we'll see what happens with that. Maybe PCO goes after the digital media champion, which is Top Dollar. We got that. Maybe more matches for Slammiversary will be announced. And then we got a 6-way world title match. We got that. I think Josh Alexander's in that match now. He's going to be taking on Moose and 4 of the guys. Let's see what happens with that situation. So, should be a good week of wrestling. And that's pretty much it. So, that's coming on Thursday night, late Thursday night. And then Friday, I'll be doing SmackDown and Rampage. See what happens with that. And then Saturday night, I would do Collision. Probably do Collision late Saturday night, depending on how I feel. If not, I'll do it Sunday early. Then I'll do my Forbidden Door predictions on episode 33 of The Shadows Lair 2.0. And then we'll see how I feel after watching a long-as-fuck pay-per-view called Forbidden Door. So I might do Forbidden Door, the review, sometime around this time, Monday evening. And that's that. So hit the bell so when those videos do get up, you'll be the first to see it. And that's pretty much it. And also subscribe to my channels. Leave a comment down below, but don't leave stupid comments because you get blocked, like I said before. Like the video, share the video all over the internet, and all that good shit. And we move on with that. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Once again, 8 out of 10 stars for Raw. Leave me your thoughts down below. That's it. Alright, NXT review coming up in a little bit. But for now, I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your cook-out. And if you don't like that, well, too goddamn bad. Because we're the Purge, we're the prophecy of the greatest thing since sliced bread. We're better than you in more ways than one, and you know it. Because you can't stop us all, even if you tried. And that's all I gotta say about that. So if you're not down with all that, we all got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. Remember it, because it's never gonna stop. It's not gonna even stop when we're dead. And our children will be saying it to you dumb fucks out there. And then when we're all resurrected again, we're back on Earth again, we'll be saying it from the womb. When we're reincarnated again, we'll be still saying fuck you, man, to everybody. Second life. And forever. That's pretty much it. So if you don't like me, you don't like my videos, get out of here, get out of my life. And you can't do that, you got problems. So whatever happens to you, your fault, not mine. That's it. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Until next time, don't forget to tip your waitress. And adios. Peace!